Hey folks, Mike and Rick down here at the lake, and I'm telling you what, it got windy today.
Really windy.
When we started out, it was, probably a 5 to 10 mile an hour wind, and boy, it picked up. I don't know what it's blowing now, but
yeah,
we had to get off the water.
Yep.
But luckily, before we got off the water, we snuck in some pockets, and we had a cold front last night. So we had been catching several fish up shallow and moving baits and stuff. So because of the cold front, we had to just slow down and fish finesse baits. And Rick, we did well with that one you're using right there.
Yeah, this is actually called a new Bass Pro XPS finesse jig.
I love the hook on it.
It hooks very sharp. I'm using the 7/16 ounce version. In this wind, I needed something a little bit heavier today to keep it down. But like you say, we really had to finesse them, had to work the bait really slow, just kind of jig it off the bottom, let it sink back down, and just work it slow back into the boat. The trailer I'm using on this is a Bass Pro Prodigy Craw they came out with, and it's an XPS version, green pumpkin color. It's got a couple of flappers on it that I really like. They make a lot of action going through the water.
But no matter how slow we had to use that today, those things had a lot of action.
Yeah, you can actually reel it in slow and have those flap, and sometimes I catch fish doing that. But the colors, the green pumpkin jam color, looks kind of like a peanut butter and jelly, but it's got a little bit more green in it.
Oh, and I love the weed guard there.
Yeah.
So I don't think we lost a jig today.
No, not at all.
I don't think we did.
Yeah, it doesn't get hung up hardly at all. And but I was, like I say, I was working it really slow. I was using a Johnny Morse Carbon Light 7'3" jig rod. It's a medium heavy action, and paired up with the Carbon Light reel.
What pound test did I was using 10 pound on my jig.
Yeah, I was throwing 12. I like a little bit heavier. 10's a little bit light for me. I like to use a little bit heavier so I don't risk breaking fish off. But you can still throw 12 pound with this finesse jig and cast pretty far and everything. So it was really working good today.
Go to ky3.com and enter Fish Like a Bass Pro. You'll have a chance to win a fishing trip with Rick and I, and we've got some great prizes to go along with it.
You can now stream this week's tip and all of our fishing tips for the past few seasons via the KY3 app on Roku, Amazon, or Apple TV.
And look for updated tips each Wednesday evening throughout the spring fishing season.